You've got these anti-Trump black pillars pretending to be part of their movement, and they're not. They're full of shit. Don't buy it. There's big division in the Republican Party. People are furious. Really? The black pill complaining and whining all the time about the administration. It's just like, man, what team are you on? Holy Moses, man.
Do they actually think that they're gonna send Dan Bongino out onto the scene now to come take care of this problem of people being critical of the Trump administration?
So that first individual you saw there, Dan Bongino, formerly deputy FBI director, now once again where he's most comfortable, whining on podcasts. He's a free man, and so he's been picking feuds with a lot of different people. I know Cenk has been responding to some of these, but one of them was the second man you saw there, comedian Dave Smith. And Cenk, was this a feud that you saw coming?
I mean, I suppose because Dan Bongino has turned into an establishment bitch. So for those of us who are real populists, like myself and Dave Smith and many others, are not going to go, oh, Dan Bongino, fresh off the deep state bench, has come here and chided us and tell us to forget about the Epstein files and to bow our heads. Oh, okay, Dan. And what I want to talk about, John, after you give the facts of the story is, how does this end? This is part of the larger MAGA civil war. And I like that question that Bongino asked. What team are you on? I have an answer for it. But go ahead, give us the facts first.
Oh, what a tease. Okay, well, let's jump into this. So Smith, like a lot of people, like certainly I've been on the damage report, has been very critical of the handling of the Epstein files, and in particular, Dan Bongino, who postured like he was a warrior on it. He was gonna get the deep state. And then, oops, it's us. I guess I'll cover for it. And that wore him down, that and having to actually work a little bit. And so he quit really, really fast. And now he's trying to distract people with all this other stuff. And so he's been tweeting about black pillars, lib black pillar symbiotes, funny little organisms. It's even led by a comedian. These morons can't even follow their own battle plan. Quick example, I do a guest hit last night on a podcast and the LBP symbiote starts rage tweeting no one is gonna watch when it was the #1 live stream in its slot. Do streams have slots? I think lots of them are on at the same time. Anyway, the LBP symbiote melted down again, claiming that was us there to attack you. Do these clowns know how this business works? And when you point out here on X what a bunch of dip blanks they are, they start rage engaging again. I've been dealing with these tools for 15 years, and this is why they always implode. They're just too stupid to coordinate. Yeah, he's a true professional. He's an assassin, except when he's in a job where he actually could theoretically investigate someone, get somebody, take down one of the pedophiles. That just seems like a lot of work. So he just quits to talk into a microphone again. Anyway, Dave Smith responded to it saying, yeah, nice story. Why did you lie through your teeth about Epstein? And obviously Dan Bongino's not going to want to engage with that. So instead he goes to attacking Dave Smith, saying, yeah, you even knew that you were the one I was talking about or whatever. He says something about mama's spare room and writing some jokes. I don't think Dave Smith needs to write a joke for you, Dan Bongino. I think that your career in the FBI was the joke, and I think that we're all laughing at you over it. Anyway, Dave Smith responds to that saying, we all knew you were talking about me. You were just too much of a bitch to say my name, which is true. That's wild that you had time to watch all my debates. What's with all the demands of your work covering up pedophilia, which will be your legacy? Make no mistake about it. Then Dan Bongino says a thing about how it's good his last name is Smith so that his kids won't have to know, or like other people won't know that that's the Smith they are. It's very labored. It's just, he's not a comedian like Dave Smith, and it shows every time he tweets. And Dave Smith responds to this, holy effing crash out. Are you seriously posting about my children at 7 a.m.? Keep repeating your dumbass boomer shinebox line. I'm not the one who got ordered to go lie to the public and said, yes, sir, referencing the cover up of the Epstein files. Scared, come see me, bitch. I will end your career and you know it. Run away, little girl. So I don't follow, Cenk, a lot of these feuds necessarily, but that one was a lot of fun. What do you think?
Yeah, so Bongino's not going to debate Dave Smith because he wouldn't survive it. I'll explain what I mean by that in a second. But first, I want to go back to some of the things that Bongino said. Symbiote, you think that's like I got him? What are you talking about, man? And then that weird shine box thing, what was that? Like, is that a thing that MAGA's like, oh yeah, he's a shine boxer? Nobody even knows what you're talking about, Dan. I don't know if Washington got into your head and you just can't make it any decent point. And then you're talking about getting people. Brother, good news. You were at a place where your job was to get people. It's called the FBI. And who'd you get? No, seriously, who did you get? Did you get Epstein? Did you get any of his powerful clients? Did you get someone else? Who did you spend any time working on behalf of the American people and protecting them? You didn't get anyone, bro. So like all this tough talk, and then we saw your sweaty ass in those videos and those interviews. It's like sweating up a bucket, and look, I'm no one to talk, but I don't get sweaty over being nervous. I get it over rage, right? But he's like, oh, there's nobody else in the Epstein files. There was no powerful people at all. The girls raped themselves, like sweating buckets, right? We saw it, dude. And then he gets on Fox News and he's like, it's such hard work. I have to come in early in the morning, like 7:30 or something. I have to go to work. I miss my wife. Who did you get, Dan? Who did you get? Okay, so we're the fairest show in America, so I'll tell you right now who's leading. And America First was crushing these uniparty guys. And Trump and Bongino, Cash Patel, et cetera, have totally become uniparty, right? Establishment, elites, et cetera. But right now, America First is reeling because I'm keeping it real. Why? Because the establishment guys are like winning the ideological battle? No, but Trump bombed Venezuela and kidnapped Maduro, and honestly, the whole bunch of MAGA was like, "Oh, that was badass," right? He rode in on a bald eagle carrying an American flag, and and he kidnapped Maduro with his bare hands, and they like that stuff. So they've started to rally a little bit towards Trump. Now, do I think that's going to last? No. Because they're never going to release the Epstein files and no one's ever going to let that go. And Israel's about to ask for a new $100 billion. And then they're going to tell America First, shut up, you anti-Semites. You better bow down to Israel. And Bongino's probably going to come out on air and be like, Israel's the greatest. We owe them $100 billion. Now, let me take your hard-earned cash, America First, and give it to my friends, my new friends in the deep state in Israel. That's not going to end well. Don't forget, Noble Mobile saving you a ton of money. So a lot of people are signing up now and beginning to realize, what the hell, why am I paying so much to Verizon and AT&T? So your bill's only $50 a month, but it can actually be less because they give you money back if you don't use your data. So if you're paying more than $50, there's no reason to not switch. It's crazy not to switch because same phone, same number, same contacts, literally nothing changes. TYT.com/switch, TYT.com/switch. All right, we'll be right back. And Trump's a moron, so what's gonna happen next is today he threatened to attack 3 new countries. We got it later in the show. Mexico, we're gonna bomb Mexico. He's threatening to invade and take over Greenland. Oh, and Iran. He also threatened to bomb Iran again today, okay? And you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna bungle it at some point. So our military is excellent. So the operation in Iran and Venezuela tactically were excellent, but strategically, what is our strategy? Who's gonna run Venezuela? What happens if you bomb Iran again? What happens when you take an oil tanker that has become a Russian tanker and the Russian submarines are right next to it and you board it, which Trump did a day ago? The next time, what happens when the Russians fire? Now we're in the middle of World War III with the anti-war president, and Bongino is going to be in the corner going, no, the anti-war position is World War III. Israel asked us to do it, and plus the oil companies, and plus Big Pharma, all my new best friends. Yeah, good luck with that, Dan. So no, you're going to become a laughingstock if you aren't already. And John, my answer to what team are you on is Bongino wants you to say, I'm on Team Trump, I'm on Team Republican, Team Partisanship, right? And plenty of people on the left want you to be on Team Democrat, and no matter which corporate robot they throw out, oh yes, so all bow to Pete Buttigieg or Kamala Harris, etc. No, Dan, I'm on Team America, okay? So the average American, you're supposed to represent them. You didn't do your job at all. All you did was cover up for the powerful. So whether you're on the left, the right, or the middle, doesn't matter as long as you're serving the average American and not the rich, powerful people that are screwing all of us over. And I'm happy to have friends that are libertarians like Dave Smith and others on the right, like Tucker Carlson, who understand that. But Bongino has now become a sad, pathetic establishment deep state guy. But back when he was a right winger and we disagreed and we fought, okay, we got different opinions. Now he doesn't have a different opinion. This is not the opinion he had a year ago. Now Dan Bongino, it just basically is like, oh, I went and worked for the deep state and I fell in love with them. And I'm now the deep state guy. Okay, good luck. Good luck. Let's see how that turns out.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it for the first hour, at least.
Yep. All right. John, you're awesome. Everybody check out Damage Report. It's on at 1 o'clock Eastern every day on YouTube, on TYT.com. It's a fantastic show. Thank you, John. Appreciate it, brother.
Thank you, Jake.
All right, when we come back, the new wars. Trump's on tape today, where apparently he's seriously considering, and now it's not anywhere near a joke. I think he is actually considering invading Greenland. Wait till you see his video, not just on Greenland, and you're not gonna be surprised by Iran, but also threatening to attack almost all of our neighbors, including Mexico. Okay, I mean, apocalypse now. Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.